The Jets, they won a thriller at a rain-soaked MetLife Stadium. They grounded the Falcons 27-24 on a game-winning field goal by Nick Folk as time expired. Now, look, we haven't had a chance to talk about much Jets wins this season as Gangrene won for the third time in 2025. So, joining me to talk all about it is a host for ESPN New York Radio. It's my guy, Ty Butler. Ty, what's going on? Good to see you dry. You weren't out there in the rain. How'd you enjoy your football Sunday so far?
Listen, I don't like you taking shots at my team, talking about, it's November, they third 3 wins. Listen, we
These are
understand.
facts.
It's a rebuilding year.
These are
Calm
facts.
down. It's
Shots.
a rebuilding year. Calm down. But all jokes aside, and I know we're going to talk about Aaron Glenn later on, but
Yes.
for all the Jet fans who want a tank, who want the number one overall pick, Tankadon now has them down to 6. I think they only have a 5% chance to get that number one overall pick. When you have a head coach in year one of his tenure and it feels like the wheels are coming off, wins are important. There is no way you get closer to building a culture for your football team that does not include having this locker room galvanized and this team fighting for wins.
Yep.
So it does feel good to, for the first time all year, come on your show and talk about and react to a team
See?
that I root for winning a football game. It's just like, man, I don't even know what to do with myself today.
Hey, I didn't even know this was possible. I haven't talked to you all year after a win. I had no idea this was possible. And now here we are talking after a win. I was just out here stating facts. That was it. But Ty, I'm going to start here. We talk a lot of times about the offense. We will get to the offense in a second. But I'm going to start with the defense today because they played really well in the first half. Not so much for most of the second half. However, they were able to stop the Falcons late and give the ball back to the offense before the game-winning field goal that we saw from Nick Folk. So do you believe that this Jets defense has improved 12 games into the season, where they're 3-9 now, as opposed to what we saw in earlier weeks where you were telling me they couldn't tackle, they didn't look disciplined? Do you think this defense has actually improved?
Well, listen, they still can't tackle. We saw on the Falcons' last touchdown an elusive play by Sills. He was able to get into the end zone because the Jets could not tackle. But what you just hit on is something I want to highlight. The fact that they were able to get a stop to get the offense back on the field that enabled them to march down and get the game-winning score, I don't think was something they were capable of earlier in the season. We saw it. The Bucks game, like there were a bunch of times where you were looking at this defense saying, "Yo, just get one stop and see what your offense can do." And this team wasn't capable of it. So to answer your question, yes, they've improved. Bijan was awesome in this game. They had no answer for him, and quite frankly, a lot of teams in this league have no answer for Bijan. He's one of the best players in football. You could argue like him and Gibbs are the best running backs in the league. So it's hard to like crush the Jets for that. But as far as being able to